Les's next guest, Major League Baseball great Dave Parker, joins him from Cincinnati to reminisce about his career and to weigh in on the challenges of Parkinson's disease.
Welcome back. We have much more Dash to talk about, as well as continuing on with Pals in Motion. I'm Les Levine in Northeast Ohio. I'm known as the self-proclaimed voice of truth and reason in Ohio sports. I don't know how many people do that. I'm not as good or well known as the guy across from me, who is Dave Parker. Dave, how you doing today?
I'm doing good.
Great. You are. Am I right in saying you're one of the great underrated players in all of baseball history? You haven't played in a while, so you can make up anything you want to at this point.
I wasn't underrated. I was the best player in my era.
Let me repeat that. We might have had something with the microphone.
I said I wasn't underrated, but I was considered one of the best players in my era.
No question
Matter of
about
fact,
it.
I did in the mid-'70s to the '80s. I was the best player in baseball.
Well, you played with some great teams, a couple of World Series championships. Dave, when you look back on your career, what stands out most? The MVPs, the batting champs, what hits you the most?
I really enjoyed winning the World Series, because that meant a lot to me, and it was something that I shared with other guys, and something that I hold very high in my baseball career.
You played, of course, for the We Are Family team in Pittsburgh. How did that come about?
We were in the middle of playing the World Series, and we had a rain delay. And Star Joe, Cobra, and myself was sitting out on the bench during the rain delay. And We Are Family came on over the speaker system. And Willie looked at Cobra and me and said, "Y'all like that song?" And Cobra said yes, and I followed up and said yes, and that's how we got the We Are Family thing, sitting on the bench during the World Series in '79.
Came to be a legendary song and a legendary team also. You were from that area between Cincinnati, of course, where you grew up, and Pittsburgh. Pretty similar cities as far as baseball is concerned.
Yes, it is. Pittsburgh is a lot like Cincinnati. Matter of fact, the bridges, the people, they were so close. It was almost like pulling through the tunnel and looking at downtown Cincinnati. But they're a lot alike.
Was it tough to come home and play at your hometown, or obviously you did great doing that, but would you have been better off maybe playing from another team and coming in as a visitor?
No, it was just getting to the big leagues. That was my concern. I didn't care where I played. I could have played in Toronto, but my goal was to get to the major leagues, and it didn't make no difference where it was.
I followed your career quite a bit, but I'd never heard of the most famous home run you hit. Can you give us a story about that?
Well, it was the longest home run ever hit. I was playing in Charleston, West Virginia, and there was a park called Watt Power Park, and the right field fence was straight away right field, and I was at the plate, and got through me a fastball, and I hit it in a cold car. This cold car was going past the field right at the time I hit the home run, and you could see the ball carrying out in this cold car. It looked like a diamond sticking up on the cold.
Yeah, it counts.
Yes, it does, and they reminded me that hey, that's the longest home run ever. And I said, yeah, it is. And the ball was traveling from Charleston, West Virginia to Columbus, Ohio. And I'd like to see somebody top that.
No, I don't think that
The
can be
longest
done.
home run ever.
Yeah. What was the feeling when you did win the MVP and you did win the batting championship? And when you're saying you were the greatest player of your era, you're not far off, that's for sure. And either way, what a great crew to be a crew to be with when you talk about that era. I always said that interleague play came along at the wrong time. When you guys were playing, I would have wished, because I was a Clevelander, so I was an American League fan, and didn't get to see a lot of the great hitters coming out of the National League. And now that you can see every game, every pitch, it's a little bit different. How about you as a player? Did you miss getting the opportunity to play, to watch guys on TV or whatever, getting ready to play the game, and you missing out on the opportunity to watch it?
So, you know, it's baseball. You know, you're gonna play it regardless. I mean, just, you know, put us on the plane and fly us to where we need to be. I mean, I would like that challenge, you know, to go out and play a speeded up game of baseball, and it'll keep you from having those pitchers walk around kicking dirt and spitting and doing all the shenanigans that they do. But, you know, it wouldn't make no difference where we play. Just tell us what time to be there, and we'll be there.
When you'd walk into a ballpark, see a pitcher for the first time, how long did you think it would take before you'd have them figured out?
I'm the first pitch fastball hitter. If we throw anything in around my era, I'm swinging it. You know, I was the first pitch fastball hitter, and I usually didn't let that first pitch get to the catcher.
Dave, let's talk about a little what's happened in most recent years. You're involved with Parkinson's disease, and we got a big thing coming up on the 13th of December of September, Mad Dash, and also Pals in Motion, which we're involved in Northeastern Ohio. Tell me about your involvement. Tell me, first of all, how you were diagnosed and what your feelings were when you were diagnosed as having Parkinson's disease.
Well, I wasn't happy about it at all. But, you know, you got to play the hand that's dealt. And when it hit me, I was down and out. I figured I had probably another year or two.
How old were you at the time that you were found out?
60 years old.
Are you able to work out? Are you change your workout standards and keep up with the latest things, or how are you doing that way?
I was working out regular, and I had a couple falls, and that set me back a little bit. But yeah, I work out. Yeah, I got a personal trainer. My wife is keeping me informed here.
Good for you.
Yeah, I'm okay. I tell guys all the time, you know, if you're a guy with Parkinson and you've been falling, I said, you know, don't let it worry you. You know, just look for somewhere safe to land, you know, soft to land.
Right, and if you're tall, it makes it easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You always look for that place to land.
Yeah.
But, you know, I've been doing pretty good. You know, you compare 3 or 4 falls to 6 months, you know, that's pretty good.
Good for you. Yeah, see if you can get involved in a boxing class, because it's terrific, and I've done it, and a lot of people that I know. You know.
I do a lot of shadow boxing. They had a place over in Kentucky that is no longer there, I don't think. But I did a lot of shadow boxing, move my feet, bob my head as if I'm boxing. And you can get a workout that way.
Yeah, just keep your chin out of the way. That's, you got to keep your chin out of the way. That's the most. That's the first rule.
Most of the guys I'm around too small to challenge.
Tell me who the toughest pitcher was for you to hit.
Steve Carlton.
Steve Carlton? Why, the breaking ball? Fastball or breaking ball?
Slider. Huh?
Fastball or breaking ball? Which is tougher from him?
Breaking ball, he had a slider, real
Yeah.
big slider. And he would throw it at you. And he would kind of try to get out of the way and break right over the corner of the plate. But he struck me out more than any pitcher I ever faced.
Is that right?
And I hit more home runs off of him than any pitcher I ever faced, which is a crazy stat.
Sure is.
And me and Steve used to have our little battles. I get my 3 strikeouts, get lucky, hit a home run, and wait for the next time.
And the science of the game is different too, with all the analytics and all. I'm guessing you weren't all that big about knowing the pitch coming in before. Am I right?
No, I see it and hit it. You
Yeah,
know,
wherever it is, see and hit it.
Willie Mays say the only dangerous bat is a swinging bat, and I agree with that.
Yeah, you hold on to it on your shoulder, you're not going to hurt anybody at all. All right, you feeling well? Parkinson's is under control as can be?
Yeah, I've been doing well with it. I try to stay active and watching out for those falls.
Right, right. Well, you got to be active in it. You got to keep moving, and that's what this is all about. We've got our Mad Dash in the Cleveland area and around the country, actually. And Pals in Motion is one of the groups. And Dave, it was really great meeting with you, and continued success, and stay well out there, okay?
All right, and you do the same.
I will. I'll do that. All right. Thank you so much. All right, that'll do it for us. More.